Hello children, let's learn a new poem today, The Last Bargain. Introduction. The Last Bargain is a soulful poem written by famous Indian poet Rabindranath Tagore. In the poem, the speaker is telling about the worthlessness of worldly things, power, and beauty. The poem goes like this. Come and hire me, I cried, while in the morning I was walking on the stone-paved road. Sword in hand, the king came in his chariot. He held my hand and said, I will hire you with my power. But his power counted for naught, and he went away in his chariot. In the heat of the midday, the houses stood with shut doors. I wandered along the crooked lane. An old man came out with his bag of gold. He pondered and said, I will hire you with my money. He weighed his coins one by one, but I turned away. It was evening. The garden hedge was all aflower. The fair maid came out and said, I will hire you with a smile. Her smile paled and melted into tears, and she went back alone into the dark. The sun glistened on the sand, and the sea waves broke waywardly. A child sat playing with shells. He raised his head and seemed to know me, and said, I hire you with nothing. From henceforth that bargain struck in child's play made me a free man. Summary of the poem. The poem is about someone looking for a job. However, he wants to be hired without losing his freedom. The speaker receives the offer from powerful, rich, and beautiful, but turns all of them down. The king's proposal. The first offer came from a king early in the morning. He had more power than wealth. He offered the man his power in return for the man's labor. The man, however, felt that the king's might was not worth much, so he refused the king's offer. The rich man's proposal. The second offer came in the midday when it was really very hot. An old man offered him a lot of gold in return for his labor. The man was not much impressed. The wealth did not attract him, so he refused that offer. The beauty's proposal. Then it was evening. There was natural beauty all around. There were flowers in the hedge. A beautiful girl came to the man. She gave a pretty smile. She offered to give the man her smiles in return for his labor. However, the man found that her happiness was only sorrow in disguise, so he refused that offer also. The last proposal. Ultimately, the man came to the seashore. There, he found a child playing with shells. The child offered to take his services in return for nothing. The man accepted the offer because while playing with the child, he was still a free man. Message of the poem. For real and everlasting happiness, we do not need power, money, or beauty. Freedom and innocence can make a person's life happy and contented. Thank you, dear children.